talk therapy.
I don't know, Dr. Clara. I just feel like everything's slipping out of my hands. No matter how much I plan, things still go wrong. I study, I schedule, I prepare, but life still throws curveballs, and it makes me feel helpless, like maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I'm just not good at managing life. People keep saying take control of your life, but what if control is just an illusion? What if I never had it to begin with? That thought terrifies me.
I hear the exhaustion in your voice, Zain, and it's completely understandable. We grow up being told that control equals success, stability, peace. But life doesn't always obey our calendars or expectations. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. Control gives us a sense of safety, but sometimes our need for control becomes the very thing causing our stress. Let me ask you something. What happens if we accept that we don't control everything? Could that feel freeing?
Freeing?
Honestly, it sounds more like giving up. If I don't control things, I feel like I'm just waiting for disaster. Like I'm standing in the rain without an umbrella. Control helps me feel prepared, even if it's just an illusion. Isn't some illusion better than none? At least it gives structure to the chaos. Without it, I feel naked, vulnerable. I'm scared of what life will do when I'm not holding the steering wheel. Even if I crash, at least I was driving. Isn't that better than being a passenger?
That's a powerful metaphor, being the driver. But let me gently challenge it. What if you're gripping the wheel, eyes wide open, heart racing, and the road still changes on you? Fog, traffic, unexpected turns? Was the stress of gripping so tightly worth it? Sometimes being a passenger doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the process. It means learning when to steer and when to rest. Control is not the enemy, but obsession with it can become one. Let's explore what's behind your need to always be in charge. That's where we begin to grow.
I guess deep down I'm afraid of things falling apart. Like my life depends on every little decision I make. If I mess up even slightly, I feel like everything will collapse. Maybe it's the fear of failure, or maybe rejection, or maybe it's that I don't trust life to take care of me. So I try to take care of everything myself, even things out of my hands. And it's exhausting, honestly. It feels like I'm holding the world together with duct tape, and it's all peeling off.
What you're feeling is incredibly common. Control often becomes a coping mechanism for deeper fears. Fear of being judged, of not being enough, of being abandoned. You've learned to survive by managing, fixing, preempting. But you're not meant to hold the entire world on your shoulders. What if life isn't asking you to control everything, just to participate in it? What if your worth isn't tied to how tightly you grip things, but how fully you show up? It's okay to loosen your grip. Sometimes things fall apart, and sometimes they fall into place. Both are parts of living.
It's strange how no one teaches us how to let go. We're told to hustle, plan, work hard, but letting go, that feels like failure. But maybe I've been fighting too hard, trying to be perfect, trying to be unbreakable, and that's left me more broken. I want to believe there's peace and surrender, but it still scares me. What if letting go means I lose everything?
That fear is valid. Letting go can feel like leaping without knowing if there's a net. But often surrender isn't loss, it's clarity. It helps you see what's truly yours to carry and what never was. You don't have to lose everything, just the illusion. And sometimes the illusion is what's hurting you. There's a difference between giving up and letting go. One is from despair, the other from wisdom. You are learning the difference, and that's the beginning of freedom.
I think I confuse control with responsibility. Like, if I don't hold things together, who will? I've always been the reliable one, the one who fixes things, plans ahead, stays calm. But recently I've felt trapped in that role. Like I can't breathe unless everything is perfect. I want to be okay with uncertainty, but I don't know how to stop needing control. It's like I'm addicted to it, even when it hurts.
You've carried responsibility with such strength, Zain. But strength isn't just holding on. It's also knowing when to let go. Being the reliable one doesn't mean you have to be invincible. You can be dependable and still need support. You can be calm and still feel chaos inside. What if the real strength lies in honesty, not perfection? Letting others help doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human, and that's beautiful. Control will always tempt you, but trust is what will heal you.
What if I start letting go and things do fall apart? What if I disappoint people? What if I disappoint myself? That fear, it keeps me tied to control, even when it's slowly drowning me. I want to believe things will still work out, but I don't know what that looks like. It's easier to live in fear than to trust something I can't see. What if trust is just a risk? And I'm too tired for more risks.
Trust is a risk, but so is control. You're already risking your peace, your health, your joy, and you deserve better than that. Letting go doesn't mean recklessness. It means shifting from fear-based living to faith-based living. It's not passive, it's intentional. Choosing to believe that not everything needs to be predicted to be okay. That you can live without knowing every outcome, and still be safe, and still be loved. That's the risk worth taking.
You make it sound so calm. But my head is anything but calm. It spins with what ifs, worst case scenarios, backup plans. It's like a mental storm I can't turn off. I envy people who go with the flow. How do they do that? How do they not panic when things go off course? Is it just a personality thing? Or is it something you learn with time? Because right now, I can't even imagine peace.
Peace isn't a personality trait. It's a practice. Some people were taught chaos. Others were taught calm. But either way, it can be relearned. You're already starting by questioning, reflecting, seeking truth. That's how the storm begins to quiet. Not by fighting it, but by stepping out of it. By realizing you are not your thoughts, and not everything they say is true. Peace isn't about certainty, it's about presence. And that, Zain, is something you can cultivate.
So it's less about controlling life and more about learning how to be with life, even when it's messy, uncomfortable, or confusing. That's hard for me. I'm used to fixing, changing, making things better. Just sitting with what is feels wrong. But maybe I've been so busy changing a picture, I haven't seen what's already there. And what's already there isn't all bad. There's still beauty in the mess.
Exactly. There's wisdom in stillness, power in noticing, healing in honesty. You don't always need to fix the moment. Sometimes you just need to be in it. Fully. Without shame, without panic. Just you breathing, observing, allowing. That's where real life and peace begins.
Sometimes I feel like a little boy trying to hold everything together. Like I'm pretending to be an adult. But deep down, I'm scared and unsure. I don't want people to see that, so I put on this armor of control. It looks like confidence, but it's just fear in disguise. I'm tired of pretending, but I don't know how to be real without falling apart. What if people leave when they see the real me? What if even I can't accept that part?
That's one of the most honest things you've said, and I'm proud of you for saying it. The part of you that's scared is still worthy of love. You don't need to hide him anymore. You don't need to be perfect to be enough. Letting people in is scary, but it's the only way to feel truly seen. You won't lose yourself by being vulnerable. You'll find yourself there. That's the version of you the world needs. Not the armor, the soul.
You know what's strange? The more we talk, the less pressure I feel to fix everything. I'm still scared, but also curious.
curious about what life might feel like with less resistance.
Less trying to control, more trying to understand.
Maybe control was my shield, but it also kept me from experiencing life fully.
The pain, yes, but also the joy. I don't want to miss joy anymore.
Even if it means taking risks.
That's a beautiful shift, Zain. Curiosity is the beginning of healing. It opens doors fear wants to keep closed. You're beginning to ask, what else is possible? And that's a brave question. You're not running anymore. You're meeting life where it is. And in that meeting, you'll find more than just answers. You'll find connection. To yourself, to others, and to something greater. That's a life worth living.
Maybe control helped me survive. But now, I want to learn how to live. Not in fear of the unknown, but in wonder of it. To be okay with not knowing. To trust that life doesn't always need my permission to surprise me. And that's not a bad thing. Maybe I won't always get what I want, but I might just get what I need. And that's enough. It has to be.
Beautifully said. Letting go doesn't mean letting down. It means rising into something more real, more peaceful, more connected to who you are at your core. You were never meant to control the storm, only to find peace within it. You're not broken, Zain. You're unfolding, and I'm honored to witness it.
So maybe the truth is, we never really had control. And that's not a failure, it's just part of being alive. Maybe control was always just a story we told ourselves to make sense of chaos. And maybe the real power lies in response, not control. How we respond when things shift. How we stay grounded even when plans fall apart. Maybe I don't need to have it all figured out. Maybe I just need to keep showing up, one day at a time, and trust that's enough.
Exactly, Zain. Control may be an illusion, but choice is not. You can always choose how to meet each moment, with fear or with openness, with resistance or with trust. Letting go doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. And sometimes, the most courageous thing you can do is to breathe and begin again. You're not lost, Zain. You're just learning to live more honestly, with life as it is, not as you wish it to be.